It's Madden NFL 23 on EA.
And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out 2-25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And just think about what his ceiling in the NFL could be, because when you go back to his one collegiate season as a starter, the full season, he went undefeated, didn't throw an interception, and ran for over 1,000 yards as well. When you see him hit the field, you see a possible superstar in the making.
Lance going to put it up right away. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches, 65 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
From the 31, Lance, throw right side, taken in by Gibson. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Black one, red, yellow, blue, check.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance. Well, the corner gets a hand on him, but he still makes the play. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, sure looked pretty coming off of his hand, but sometimes you might have to take a little bit off of it. That one looked a little too hot to handle.
Yeah, but off the tip, hey, they still got the catch, right?
It's amazing, isn't it? Even when it goes wrong, it turns out all right.
From midfield, here's Lance. Back to Gibson, and another catch for him. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Here's Lance. He'll buy some time right. He'll look to Gesicki on the out route. Ball is caught. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit, because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Ready.
They'll go. It's Gibson. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. So now the Bengals get ready for their first drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. And incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Looking to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone.
Back to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
Alex Highsmith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. McPherson's kick is good.
And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game.
And they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Throwing now is Lance.
And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it.
And the Bengals grab it. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. They're going to look to throw.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. The Bengals at 14-1 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat. And they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to...
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Rams are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. Now a handoff running through the middle.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His 19th touchdown now of the season as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows to 10-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 25 yards that time. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. From 8 yards out.
And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes our score 17-0. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Throwing on 2nd and 14.
Lance. Well, Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Bengals continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Well, the Rams going to take over late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Meanwhile, Lance's throw here taken in by Gesicki.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Lance now on 1st down.
This is caught. It's Boyd. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one is right down the middle. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns.
They're still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Bengals drive about to get going.
And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
Try to lay one up deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've come upon...
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
To about the 48-yard line.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only able to gain a couple there, and now it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 35. 15 yards there on the catch and run. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Lance now to throw.
And that's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On 2nd and 10.
Lance.
This is caught. Touchdown, Rams. Michael Thomas from 21 yards away.
And the Rams get a bit closer.
Check, correct one. Next, yellow.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter.
108 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Running right through it. There's another truck. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
2nd and 9.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Bengals will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league...
Back now here on EA Sports. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
The Lance going to throw.
And able to find Gesicki as tight end.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
10. Set, go. Set, go. Ready?
Throwing on first down is Lance.
Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Open man is Michael Thomas.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there.
His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
L.A. readies for its next possession. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Here's Jamie Gillandale.
And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And taken right on the 30. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position.
Okay, break. Reno.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Holding. Offense.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Powers through it. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
239 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And he will be very
close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Here we go on fourth down. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up first and goal. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Sliding up, and this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Here we go.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to...
He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for Cincinnati, they continue their winning ways as they run their mark to 15-1 on the year.